Hello everyone. In this video, I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Samina Pasha to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Samina Pasha's words. Mr. Ali Amin Gandapur has been under severe pressure, and what came out of that pressure? What strategies are being made to deal with it? I'll share the details with you. Alongside that, there is another important meeting scheduled for tomorrow with Mr. Imran Khan. However, I don't know why, but I feel like this time the meeting might actually happen. I'll share my reasons with you, and then we'll see whether it really happens or not. Imran Khan's case has been fixed for a hearing. I'll tell you about that too. Also, today, another of Mohsin Naqvi's so-called feats was exposed. A hastily constructed project collapsed due to rain. Today, government employees are protesting in the streets against Maryam Nawaz, and the turnout is quite significant. All these things are part of today's vlog. I request you to please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Ali Amin Gandapur has been under severe pressure. And what came out of that pressure? What strategies are being made to deal with it? I'll share the details with you. Alongside that, there is another important meeting scheduled for tomorrow with Mr. Imran Khan. However, I don't know why, but I feel like this time the meeting might actually happen. I'll share my reasons with you, and then we'll see whether it really happens or not. Imran Khan's case has been fixed for a hearing. I'll tell you about that too. Also, today another of Mohsin Naqvi's so-called feats was exposed. A hastily constructed project collapsed due to rain. Today, government employees are protesting in the streets against Maryam Nawaz, and the turnout is quite significant. All these things are part of today's vlog. I request you to please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Now a storm has erupted. And what a storm it is. And you all know the reason behind it. The Khyber Pakhtunkhwa budget was passed in a hurry, ignoring the instructions of Imran Khan without consulting or meeting with him. It was passed without even trying to meet him. And if they couldn't meet him, they could have at least attempted or protested, just something to assure the workers and supporters. If they had something, anything to justify it, it could have given them some breathing room. But no such effort was made. As a result, social media is now fiercely criticizing Ali Amin Gandapur, his cabinet, and all those supporting him. The demand is growing that Ali Amin Gandapur should resign, because as long as he is in position, there's no hope that he will manage to get Imran Khan released. Every serious effort made in this regard was spoiled by Ali Amin Gandapur, and his role has been highly suspicious. Even on the budget issue, instead of giving a convincing explanation after the criticism, he is showing anger, and so are his allies. Ultimately, different groups, individuals, fan clubs within PTI are now clashing among themselves. Supporters of Ali Amin Gandapur are saying, if he did nothing, what did others do? Did they run a campaign for Imran Khan's release? Look at Punjab, not even a single leader showed up on November 26. They question, how can they talk like this? Every effort was made from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Punjab people say, you have the government, the resources, the power. So obviously, the responsibility is on you. We try, but we're suppressed. You don't have the restrictions we face, so you should lead this. All these debates are going on, but the basic questions remain unanswered. The debate wasn't about whether Punjab was more loyal or KP was more loyal. That's irrelevant. The real issue is, why wasn't an attempt made to meet Imran Khan? There were still days left. Why was the budget passed in such a rush? These two fundamental questions remain unanswered by Ali Amin Gandapur and his allies. Instead, those who ask these questions are labelled as traitors, weak or cowards. Even if a journalist asks a simple question, they respond with anger, just like Ali Amin Gandapur did today. Today, in an overly enthusiastic move, perhaps due to pressure, he went straight to the Supreme Court of Pakistan, even though the correct protocol was to approach the registrar, or if urgent, meet the Chief Justice. Any common citizen knows this. If you want to file a petition in the Supreme Court, you go to the registrar. If it's an emergency, maybe the Chief Justice can be approached to issue instructions. You can't just go to any judge because they don't have the authority to take suo motu or provide help at that stage. But Ali Amin Gandapur, pretending to be naive, directly entered the courtroom of Justice Mansoor Ali Shah. Now, Justice Mansoor Ali Shah is known to be a decent and well-composed man. He gave him a chance to speak. Ali Amin said, "We've come to you because our meetings with Imran Khan are blocked. We need your instructions, your intervention." Justice Mansour Ali Shah clearly told him, "I can't do anything about this. You need to go to the Chief Justice or the Registrar's office. I don't have any such authority." And he was absolutely right. Especially after the 26th Amendment, all such powers have been revoked. Then Latif Khosa, present with Gandapur, said, "Sir, we need your blessings." But the judge ignored that too, and the matter ended. After that, they finally went to the Supreme Court Registrar's office and formally filed the petition to reinstate Imran Khan's weekly meetings, as per a previous High Court order. But the real question is, if they were going to file a petition anyway, why did they first go to Justice Mansour Ali Shah's courtroom? This was a bizarre and inappropriate move. Such acts only serve to drag independent judges into political controversy. Now every PMLN supporter will say, "See, we told you. Justice Mansour Ali Shah supports PTI. This gives people an excuse to attack the judiciary's reputation." And what was to be gained from this behaviour when the judge couldn't even hear their request? So it's surprising. Did Ali Amin Gandapur not know this? And if he didn't, then what about the senior lawyers accompanying him? Did they not know the proper procedure? After all this, when he came out of court, naturally, the journalists surrounded him with questions. When asked about Alima Khan's statement that Imran Khan had been minus ed, he flared up and said, "Who can minus Imran Khan? Can you? Tell me, can anyone?" When the journalist said Alima Khan said it, he snapped, "Then go ask his sister. I'm only accountable to Imran Khan. He's my leader. I don't have to answer anyone else." Then he was asked, when you still had 5 days left, why did you pass the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa budget so early? At this too, he exploded in anger. "Now you will tell me when and how I should pass the budget. Should I run by your advice now?" But the journalist gave a sharp reply. "I'm not advising you, I'm just asking a question. You don't even listen to your party leader's advice. Why would you listen to mine?" That was a pretty cutting remark, because the party leader, Imran Khan, had given clear instructions, and yet they were ignored. Well, it was Imran Khan who bound you. He very clearly instructed you to meet with him, which you didn't do. Even now, you've gone to the Supreme Court after his directive. If you had done this a few days earlier, people would have known that you were making efforts to meet him. But what did you do at that time? You just sat idle. And now, when someone questions you, you get upset. The journalist rightly pointed this out. So that was the brief exchange in the Supreme Court today, after which Mr. Ali Amin Gandapur departed. So what is the outcome of all this? What's the result of this entire exercise? You already know the state of the judiciary, and the Chief Justice is currently stationed at the Lahore Registry. Once he returns, something might be done about the petition, or maybe not. But the point is, no one expects anything from the judiciary right now. People can't even file petitions freely, let alone expect hearings or verdicts. So if this was to be done, it would have been better to do it earlier, just like you did today. Apart from this, you could have gone with other assembly members to Adiala jail. Even that wasn't attempted. You could have held a demonstration outside just to show that you were eager to meet Imran Khan. Something to make it evident that real effort was being made. And above all, when you had announced that you would present a plan of action, why didn't you? If you weren't being allowed to meet him, you could have at least protested, at least in your own province. That would have shown that you were keen on meeting him. Anyway, the takeaway from all this is that a mistake has been made. If not everyone involved was deliberately part of the mistake, then perhaps many failed to understand the sensitivity of the matter and were misled. Maybe they didn't fully comprehend the implications of passing the budget this way. What impression does this send? That Imran Khan has really been sidelined? Today again you see Asma Bukhari talking about this. Opposing journalists are saying it's all over, that even his own party didn't stand by him, and this opportunity to say all that, you gave them. Maybe many people didn't think this through, so they said, well, the budget has to pass anyway, might as well do it early. And if it was indeed the decision of the political committee, as it was said, then they probably thought, fine, we'll take responsibility for it. That's how the budget was passed. But now, instead of giving baseless explanations or picking fights to cover up the mistake, I think the better approach is to make sincere efforts, showing people that you're truly committed to both the party and to Imran Khan. End the internal fights, which have benefited the establishment. Because of this infighting, the unity we used to see on social media has been fractured. Groupism has increased severely, not just on social media, but also among party members and leaders. The establishment has succeeded in deepening the divisions. The only way to repair this now is by showing unity again, and by visibly making serious efforts for your leader. Only then can people believe that yes, these individuals are now making genuine efforts. Even if mistakes were made earlier or misunderstandings happened, the effort to fix things must be visible. Of course, rebuilding trust is never easy once it's broken, but at least an attempt should be made. Following today's events, a list has now been sent to Adiala Jail for Thursday, which is the designated day for meetings as per the High Court's decision. But as you know, these meetings usually don't take place. This time, the 5 names on the list are the same ones that Imran Khan himself approved: Ali Amin Gandapur, Muzammil Aslam, Taimur Jagra, Shibli Faraz and Omar Ayub. These 5 will be sent for a meeting with Imran Khan. Normally everyone knows that the meeting won't actually happen. Even those going know it won't happen, but they still go. However, for some reason, I feel like maybe this time the meeting will take place. Because, well, the purpose of blocking these meetings has already been achieved. The real aim was to send a message. We will allow meetings if we want, we'll pass the budget if we want, and you can do nothing about it. You'll stay in jail and we'll get things done without you. That message has been sent successfully. Now, I feel the meeting might be allowed just to provide some face-saving to Ali Amin Gandapur and others. To be able to say, see, the matter is resolved. The meeting happened. Then they might say, now we'll make a few amendments as per the meeting, and so on, just to cool things down and restore some trust in Ali Amin. That's my personal assessment. It's entirely possible the meeting could happen tomorrow. Maybe I'm wrong. Now, coming to another important update. The Al-Qadir Trust case has been scheduled for hearing tomorrow, June 26th. Last time, the hearing was delayed by 2 weeks because NAB said they hadn't appointed a prosecutor yet. Today, we've learned that prosecutors have now been appointed, so the hearing will go ahead tomorrow. But honestly, I don't think any real arguments will start. Most likely the new prosecutor will show up and say, I was just appointed yesterday. I don't know the case details yet. Please give me time to study it. And like always, that request will be granted. I don't expect anything substantial to happen in court tomorrow. Now, concerning Imran Khan's wife, Bushra Bibi reports indicate that she's being treated very harshly in custody. She is unwell, suffering due to the heat, and her cell's air cooler is broken. She's deeply distressed. This information came to light through her family members after a recent visit. It's extremely unfortunate. Everyone knows why she's in jail, because she's Imran Khan's wife and a target, especially since she led a protest movement on November 26th, bringing people out on the streets to de-choke. That angered many, so they decided if she comes out, she'll lead another movement. Better to keep her locked up. That's why she's being treated this way. Lastly, about Punjab. Things aren't good there either. A large number of government employees have taken to the streets protesting. They say this budget has caused economic exploitation. The relief they expected wasn't given. Today, a significant crowd was seen on Mall Road demanding a 20% increase in salaries and pensions, restoration of various grants, action against inflation as they can no longer survive financially. And this isn't just about government workers. We've seen farmers suffer here. Doctors protest for days. Teachers continue to protest. And now it's the turn of the government employees. This is the reality in the province where success stories are claimed, where even the establishment praises the government's performance. But in truth, every section of society is miserable. Everyone is hitting the streets for their own cause. Only the lawyers who've received substantial grants and funding remain silent for now. They're the only group that hasn't protested. But every other group in this society is clearly fed up with this government. That wraps up our translation of Samina Pasha's video. I hope this English version helped you understand her message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.